Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. It's me and Anand recording on a Saturday morning. So, yesterday evening was the speech from the Fed and further analysis to the video we did yesterday. Now that the information is out, I thought we will record this and let you guys know Anand's views on what was said. Is it right or a wrong call? We do not know, but this is the way we seem to be heading. So, Anand, what did Jerome Powell say?
What Jerome Powell says is that the labor market is cracking and people are not being employed. And so employment is there. And that is the reason that he is going to cut rates. And there is clear indication that the economy is in trouble. I agree with him that the economy is in trouble. But I don't think, even though they have the mandate, that by cutting interest rates, he can boost employment. The American economy has been given a shock that the labor market is shrinking, and because he called that out, the chief of labor statistics has been fired. Is basically proof that the American president does not want to see reality. This is called as Persian messenger syndrome, that the messenger who brings the bad news is killed. So that is what happened to him, and America is busy self-destructing. And this is, in my opinion, as an economist, a wrong move, because what is going to happen in America is, even if he cuts rates, what will happen is gold will go out of control. The dollar will decline further. Gold is already reacted with 1% up move. Stocks will climb, and I don't know what is going to happen to the credit market. Government, you may print money for government. Corporate bond markets, what will happen, I do not have an idea. This is a really a wacky policy. Whatever, we are going into unknown territories. What they have done is they have cut direct taxes and added indirect taxes.
Added is an understatement. They've set it
Yeah,
on fire.
they have set it on fire. How consumption will be impacted, because America is a consumption driven economy.
Yes.
How the consumption is going to be affected, whether people have purchasing power, all that is we will know only 1 or 2 years. But it looks clear that in September there is a rate cut. Whether it is 0.25 or a jumbo cut, I don't know. And then if inflation catches up, he will not be able to cut further. But if he cuts further, inflation will climb along with the declining economy, and you will have stagflation.
Yes.
So I can say that America is heading towards stagflation, but the market has now celebrated with
Boost.
a boost. And if inflation does kick in, as I think it will need far higher interest rates. But the American no way Trump is going to do that. So for next 2 years, it's going to be really bad.
Correct.
So I think one call I can give is gold will go up 15%. And if it should go up 15% from here. So in about 24 months from now, you can have $4,000 an ounce, which is what I'm looking at in the next 24 months, which means gold will go up to something like 11,500 to 12,000 plus taxes in India.
One fundamental question a lot of our viewers are having, them being NRIs, and they have quite a substantial amount of money outside India in terms of dollars, and they're thinking about moving their funds to India to invest or look at Indian opportunities. Considering what may happen with the dollar and the Fed interest rate, how would you look at the short term window? Would you wait for a few months before you move your funds, or would you
If
move
first of
them
all,
now?
if I were an American, if I were living in outside India, I'm not in Gulf, I'm not in Singapore.
Leaving those two regions
Leave
of
Gulf, Singapore, and Africa. If I'm not in Africa, Gulf, or Singapore, that is, you're not migrating. The other guys are migrating. So this is for people who are not ready to come back to India.
yes,
People living in Australia, New Zealand, and America, and those kind of places. If I were you, all your spare cash, I'll move to Euro or ideally Swiss franc, because I don't know how much this will devalue. And you're not going. So far, I had not done that because you were getting at least 4.5% interest on your bank.
yes.
But now Jerome Powell is going to cut rates. The return you will get will be less, and the Swiss franc will appreciate. This does not mean you play future.
Arbiters, yeah,
You do futures and you do swaps with Swiss franc. Just sell your dollars, buy Swiss franc. When you need the money, sell the Swiss franc and buy dollars.
correct. So this also applies to people who have been keeping, let's say, a substantial chest of money to invest in American markets when it corrects, for example. They see the
Yeah, because
markets rising up by 2% and they feel disheartened.
no,
Instead of putting in T-bills, short-term liquid funds, should they?
if I were you, if he begins to cut rates, I don't know how long he'll cut rates.
Okay,
Let us say if your bank interest rates comes below 4 or below 3.75, being more generous. If a savings bank rate is more than less than 3.75, it is better to move to Swiss francs. And whenever you see a good deal, bring it from Swiss franc and use it to buy dollar.
Correct.
As far as the American market running away, most of what is running away is the artificial intelligence stocks. Like the MIT paper said, there's going to be no returns from
AI.
AI for some time to come. So, and 95% of the money is going to be wasted. So, you will see at some stage, like an internet bust, like the
Correct.
.com bubble bust, you will see a bust. When the bust will happen, I don't know. Will the other stocks also fall when the bust happens? The answer is yes. But does it mean that I will stop buying? No. I will look at value stocks, which you and I are buying,
Correct.
and I buy deep value stocks in Japan and America.
Yes.
More in Japan because Japan is 15 times earnings.
Correct.
So that's the way it is.
Okay. And last question most of our viewers will also have is, considering what happened to the American market on Friday and that the Indian market is going to open tomorrow,
It will go positive.
it will turn positive.
It will turn positive for some time, and then the FIs will start to sell again. But this is what I am trying to tell you is this. The signal is something else. This is noise.
Correct.
The signal is what is happening to Intel. Intel would have been better off in breaking into two companies.
Like what happened with IBM?
Yeah, you will have a foundry company, which will be, since it does not have design, it will compete with TSMC.
Yes.
And the design company could merge with somebody like Broadcom and become a big company. So Intel will get about $100 billion for its design company if it is sold separately. And that is a good investment to keep it in.
For its foundry company. But now that is not going to happen.
With that 10% American stake, whether Trump will allow restructuring, I don't.
But it's never a good idea to have your government involved in.
I told we did a program, nobody took it seriously. I think, I don't know, the world is crazy. So I'm extremely defensive. I become more defensive.
More defensive.
I'm already defensive.
Yeah.
I become extremely defensive.
So there you go. So this is what is the outcome of the meeting which happened, and it's this last one. The next one will have a new Fed, and it'll be a new speech and a new way of looking at things. So I guess we bid farewell to Powell from here on, and we look forward to seeing who's going to be there next year giving the same speech. Thanks for watching Be Rich today. I know it's a Sunday evening, and I hope you've recuperated well to get going again tomorrow. Like Anand said, we are long-term investors, different coffee investors. So keep looking for deep value. Don't worry about much of the noise. Focus on the signal, like he said, and keep investing. Thanks for watching Be Rich today, and we wish you a happy evening. Good evening.